Hey guys, welcome back. You're here with me, Sarit and Stevie K. Okay, today, guys, on today's episode, we're going to be speaking about Dubai Bling. We've been watching the series, and in fact, we finished watching it, should I say? Season 3. We've literally binge watched it.
I didn't want to watch it.
Shut up.
She made me.
He is loving it.
No.
And he's the worst person to watch it with, to be honest. Like, because he does not stop shouting at the TV.
I don't shout at the TV. I just do my nutting.
They
do my nutting.
You shut up.
You know what I mean? We watched it. It was like us two and our daughter was here. So we all watched it together.
Within 2 days, didn't we?
No, it's about 3 days.
Is it 3 days?
Yeah, we had a bit of a break.
we can't get enough of it. I'm like, oh, when's the next one?
I don't want to see anymore.
Okay.
They do my nutting.
He was the one who was like, "Are we watching it today? Are we busy today? Are we watching?" Because obviously we don't watch it alone. We watched it together, all three of us. And honestly, I enjoyed it so much. It's nice, isn't it, when you got something like that to look forward to in the evening, something to do.
I think it's nice to have something that you know, like you said, to do in the evening. But you know, it's one of those. I was going to say it's like Marmite, isn't it? Either you love it or you hate it, kind of thing. But at the same time, it's like going back into, you know, the past, you know, in my life that, you know, when you have all those toxic relationships, when everyone is two-faced, sly, but they're nice to your face, but then they hate you, but they still have to turn up, and then they still have to invite you, but they don't want you there. And, you know, they have to talk to this person about you and that person. I say typically an Indian family, really. You know what I mean?
When you put it like that, it is, isn't it? Do you think they'll get to the point where they'll outgrow that they don't need that anymore? Or then there won't be no Dubai Bling, would they?
I think for me I'm just like thinking, what, you know, with reality TV this day and age, everything seems to be created.
Drama.
As in sometimes, I mean, they all could be lovely people. To be honest, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
They could be wonderful people, but because now they're on a show and it's a reality TV show, you're not going to watch it if they just all get on and they're all singing Kumbaya together and, you know what I mean? Or Hum Saath Saath Hain or something. You know, no one's going to care if they all go in there and they're all genuinely loving, caring, because people are turning around and going, oh God, this is... Truthfully, people will turn around and if they were all getting on and having the time of their life doing all this, people turn around and go, this is just fake, man. This ain't real friendship.
Yeah.
This ain't real family. This is all make-believe. But because people can see all the chaos, everyone's going, yeah, this happens in my home too. Yeah, I can relate.
Yeah.
It's that.
Everyone loves the drama. The thing is, either it's something they relate to or, you know, it's like even with TikTok, you can post something that's really meaningful or just really nice, right? And no one would comment, yeah? Unless you're a really big account. But you got, do you have a video up that's got some kind of drama in it? Or you're just like, I don't know, every time I've either had something going on with, we've had like, you know, an argument or something, or I've put little clips up in the story or something, or whether I've shown just, I don't know, what was the last one where we've been somewhere we didn't like it? There's been drama.
Oh, yeah.
You get so many comments, like so many people, and they'll watch all the way through.
Yeah.
But
so I think that's what the world is. It's just basically a majority of the people have grown up with drama in their homes, drama in their families. So when they watch things going on, it's relatable.
Yeah.
More so than seeing. I get it. That's why people used to watch EastEnders nearly all the time.
Yeah, you've gone back to that.
No, I haven't. I watched a few episodes over Christmas.
Christmas is
I
a thing.
See the Christmas special.
He has to watch.
We're supposed to be talking about Dubai Bling, not
I know,
EastEnders.
but like even that, so you with Christmas, you went back to it every Christmas.
I just want to see Christmas Day.
He wants to know who dies.
Guys, you know when you haven't seen EastEnders like 15 years or something.
That's how long it's been.
Something like that. I just said to Sri, I just want to have a look just to see if all the same characters are there. Are they all in the same predicament? Are they still living the same life and never moved on? Are they still living in the same houses regardless of how many businesses they now own? Are they still got, you know, sleeping around with nearly everyone on the street? You know, have they just like all wife swapped? You know, he's like a bit like Bilston. You know what I mean?
What?
Sorry.
It's alright if no one knows what you just...
Someone at my workplace, at the gym, done a joke about it today, but that wasn't their
Bilston?
joke. Yeah.
Little
That's
town of
why-
Bethlehem.
So
Everybody
anyway,
knows your name.
I just, for me, I just want to see it, and trust me, everyone's still there, same issues, same problems. Everyone just like swapped wives. That's it. That's all that's happened. Everyone's had kids with each other, kind of
But
thing.
to be
and-
fair, they
But
all
anyway.
bloody look the same. They still
all
look
look the same as
really
well.
good. There's not one person I thought, oh my God, they've really, really aged. And it's been about 15 years we watch it. Other than that, the old dude who's come.
Okay, we need to get back to Dubai Bling.
Okay, but this is what he does. So every Christmas he'll want to watch and see who's died. But then this is the only Christmas that he's continued. You have.
I haven't watched.
Okay, you've stopped now, but you watched about 4 episodes, four.
I want to.
And that's not like him.
Special.
No,
I just thought
but the
solid.
reason for that is
But there's
because of.
nothing on.
But the reason for that was really good, though, don't you think? The drama that happened, the Indian woman.
Okay, we're not talking. You
I know,
are
but
on
still-
the wrong show.
Yeah, but we can still talk about that a little as well, because we've not really watched it, and we realised it's an Indian family, and then it was like a Bollywood movie. That part where at Christmas time when she falls off the balcony with the husband who's trying to kill her. Dun dun dun.
You just ruined it.
But yes, he's been watching it, and
No.
he's
I've
finally
watched
stopped
about
because
3
he's
or
like,
4
I'm getting
episodes.
addicted to this.
I just thought Indian families on there, Indian drama, whatever. But that's what I'm trying to say with Dubai Bling. It's just basically you look at it and you're going, I'm not being bad. In real life, the characters, if they are playing characters, regardless of how much money they got, I wouldn't like to be friends with these people. I wouldn't like to have friendships with these people who are manipulative, backstabbing.
Not that all of
you know
them.
what I mean?
There's about 3 of.
They all are.
No.
They all
sorry.
talk about each other behind each other's backs and slag each other off. They all do. They
Not
just
We all talk about people.
just because
Sorry,
you got
we
your
all-
favourites,
Yeah.
right?
Can I say who my favourite is?
Yeah, you can say who you.
I love Safa. She is definitely by far. If she wasn't there, Dubai Bling would be so crap. She is so funny, so entertaining. She's got style. She is so beautiful. She just cracks me up, and she's got such a lovely husband
thought you was
who
gonna
is
say-
so calm.
I was gonna say she's so beautiful. She's looking like a wow.
She really is. She's just stunning. I just love her personality, and she reminds me of me. I think that's what it is. She has a really lovely husband as well, who's really like down to earth, and he's got, he's got the patience. You can see, he knows what she's like.
He's put it this way: out of the whole show, he's probably my favourite.
He's wonderful.
Her husband, because he does seem such a nice guy.
Yeah,
And he, even though he talks, he doesn't look like he's trying to be manipulative
No.
or cause issues or problems. He's more or less, I think majority of the time, he's more or less trying to get himself, making sure he ain't going to get in trouble with his wife.
he's
You know
adorable.
what I mean? But I feel sorry for him
Oh,
sometimes.
please.
I do. He's such a lovely guy. Honestly, it's even that is just like, if you guys ain't seen it, like, I'm not going to ruin it all, but just getting a fitness trainer, and the poor guy was like, don't even want to look, man. And I do not even want to look at this woman that these other guys have got for me to get fit and healthy, because I've got high levels of cholesterol. I'm not, well. So they're going, we're going to do something about it. And they get him a pretty, fit fitness
Blonde
trainer.
hair.
And he's more or less like going, like our son would be, puts his head down and goes, I bet not even look that way or talk or say anything, just in case, because I know when I get home, I've had it. And then there's me, who's totally different.
Yeah, right. I was going to stop. You know what? You're saying that, and you're saying our son would be like that. I think you would be the same. I think that's why I relate to him so much, because I just love her personality, and for a fact I'd be like her.
I would have said happily, you know what? You know what I mean?
There's one thing thinking it, but Steve will not say it, and he wouldn't even be
She's
able to
going to be
look.
my fitness trainer. I'll be at the gym nearly every day.
Shut
I'll
up.
be 3 hours a day. I'll be in the best shape of my life, because I don't want, number one, I don't want her to feel bad, right? That, she hasn't got me into shape. But at the same time, I want her to see that I'm looking good. You know what I mean?
This man is he's just he's so much talk. You'd be so shy. First of all, he wouldn't be able to look at. He'll come home and tell me everything he thinks and feels. So fair plays on her husband, because he wouldn't even look. He's like, he's what you're describing. You're pretending. No, shut up. He's really much like, he wouldn't even look, like he said. But you would be the same as that. But you'd come home and do all the talking. He didn't rabbit in front of his wife. He was just like, I didn't even look. Wasn't even there for 2 seconds. Blah, blah, blah.
Didn't he bring her
You'd
flowers
come
or
home.
something? He'd
Yeah.
want you.
That's what I'd like, a husband to come home and bring me flowers. You'd
forget
come
that.
home.
That is the rule book, in the men's rule book.
You
is
would come-
never just randomly get your partner or wife anything like that, because she would straight away think, what you been up to? What have you done?
It depends.
What are you trying to like,
It depends on what kind of person. If you've already been doing it for a while, and obviously he does. So she,
Yeah, but me, I don't normally get you stuff. So if I got you
Don't give me
something
nothing.
straight away, you turn around and go, okay then, confess what you done. I'm like,
That's true. That's true. But did you see he didn't come home and do all the stuff that you've done? Oh, you would have done that. You would have come home and said, oh my God, she was fit and this, that, the other. You just don't talk. But there, you were sitting like a little chihuahua, a mouse, honestly. So, but I see that they remind me of us too.
See, I worry, same, just like him. I have to think twice. Like you can see, he's very considerate and caring and understanding. I'm not always, because when I say something, even though it's funny, like, I could just be me. That's it. That's what I'm trying to say. When I'm being me, sometimes Street goes, when I'm in a certain mood or I'm feeling a certain thing, don't be you. Because you being you irritates me. And I'm there going, okay, so who do I be? You know what I mean? Because I like to tease. I like to have a laugh. I like to have a joke. Even when it's over dumb, silly things, whatever. Just, that's how my nature is. And she'll just going, can you not be you? When I'm like, you should just stay away from me. And like now,
that's
Street
just common
isn't
sense.
feeling amazing at the moment. No. We're doing this podcast. And she's like, I feel like going out. I've got a podcast to do. Okay. Right, let me just... And I just said, look, what I was going to say, and this was just when I put the camera on, what I was going to say is, look, Valentine's Day is coming next month, and you know what? You should wear or buy this, right? This, I was going to show her something. And then I went, nah, don't. She's already told me how she feels. I show her that, she's going to say, you having a laugh? Are you taking the piss? You know what I mean? When I'm feeling like this, you have to make me feel even more shit about myself, blah, 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 blah. And all that's going to happen, and I'm just going, you know what? Do you really want to just get in the doghouse? Forget it. Why do you always put yourself in this predicament when it's like, run? You know what I mean? Why do I do it? I don't know. It's 26 years. Sometimes it's just like, that's love. That's the way I see it. Can I show you what it was?
Yeah, go on. Show me.
Okay. I just want to see a reaction, guys.
I want to see what it is.
I'm not going to show it to you guys, but I saw this and it's sort of like, I went, yeah, man, I think, this would be good for Valentine's Day.
It's going to be something, a woman in lingerie or
no,
something.
No, it's not.
If I know you so well. There you freaking... And look who it is out of all people.
No, you would look good in that.
Looks stunning. No, that would make me really feel shit. She looks amazing.
You telling me you wouldn't look good in that?
Now I want to show everybody. Why does she just run around nungy and like lie on her bloody bed?
I'm just
like
saying,
that?
I'm doing it like basically you would look good, great wearing that. And it'll make you feel good. And that's what it's all about. It's not about men or anything else. It's about how it makes you feel good.
Wear it for myself.
Yeah. I think you should get it.
But look where she is. Why wouldn't you want to dress like that? You got the light coming in. These big, massive windows.
Oh, sorry about the phone, guys.
A beautiful
I'm
view.
Mr. Garibo. I've had this for about 8-9 years.
Exactly.
All my family's got
exactly. Do you think he's going to buy me anything for Valentine's Day? Like that you said,
no,
you don't get me things?
What do you think? See, luckily I've done that on camera. I can still live. Because otherwise you'd be like...
No, I would have just laughed at it and thought, I know, see.
No, go on, show your Safa side. Show your real Safa side. Go on, like you said.
Okay, I'm worse than Safa.
No, I'm just saying. You are a drama queen like her.
But I love that.
You know what I mean?
You have to. What's the point? The thing is...
That's what I'm saying. I can't believe she was so calm now, showing that. Because any other time, if the camera wasn't on and I had showed her that, she'd just look at me and go in.
We should do a TikTok. What video would be like?
Honestly, her face would have just gone.
Okay, shall we do a real...
So, you know what? Piss off. You know what? Said, don't even come near me. All right, don't come near me.
To be honest, it's actually cheered me up. I was feeling meh. I'm still feeling meh. I think it's a January blues thing. It is. It's just getting back into...
So what happened? December blues, November blues, October blues,
December's
September
been amazing.
blues,
January's
August
been nice
blues,
as well.
July blues, June blues,
now
May
you're going to
blues,
get a
April
punch in the
blues.
face, you little shite.
You know what I mean?
This is what I have to put up with.
See, she's been professional in front of the camera.
I'm not.
Where's your Safa-ness? You can't do what Safa does.
So we do it.
She just bees.
I love
Safa. Does it?
Shall we just... And you can't stand it. You're like, oh my God. I'm like, dude, she's funny.
I just look at him and say, Bachara. That's why I'm
funny.
there. I'm going, I feel so... Yeah, but I love their relationship.
Yeah, I love their relationship. You can see she genuinely loves him so much. But do you believe without her being on that show that it would be good? I think it would be... I wouldn't watch it. If she wasn't there, I would not watch it. She's definitely my favourite. Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Okay.
So going back to the TikTok thing, that thing you've just shown me, we should do a TikTok of how I would really react. Like I'll show that Safa side of me, what I would do really if it was. But I'm in a good mood. I wouldn't have. If I was in a bad mood or whatever, normally when you do things like this, I'm just I can't be asked that. This dude's just mad. I knew what it was going to be, but if I wasn't, then I would have been really, really angry.
See, Safa's husband can't do that now, can he?
No.
He'll be dead. They'll be all standing around like she done the funeral for a car.
Oh
They would have
my
been, you know what I mean? She would have killed him in the car.
God, how hilarious was that?
Sorry if you guys didn't watch it, just ruining everything.
I don't care if you haven't watched it. We just need to speak about it because it was so much. That was something I've never seen before. First of all, like so funny.
About over dramatic.
Did you see how she was dressed?
A drama queen.
That woman pulls off everything.
I mean, you telling me that all those friends would really turn around and going, oh yeah, I would turn around and go, you're having a laugh. You've brought me out to do this. I'm going. And obviously they have to do it for the show. That's why. Otherwise, most of them would.
Oh my
right.
God.
Forget Safa. She is your favorite
Personality.
Okay. Who do you dislike the most?
I just dislike. Oh, the gay guy.
He's not gay. He's married.
He's gay. He needs to come out the closet.
You don't
what is
know
his
that,
name?
Though. Ibrahim.
I can't stand him. He's just.
But you don't know
horrible.
he is. But I have to admit, you know what? Nearly everyone on his comment section, on his video, on his Instagram and stuff like that. Basically, he's been married. I don't know if this is true, but people have said that he's been married 3 times, and majority of the time he leaves his wife with his mum.
Like, what is that about?
Right? He doesn't take them anyway. He never brings them part of the show, but it's part of the show. But forget that, he doesn't even take them anyway in general. But he done a podcast recently, and on the podcast, he's more or less said something like, well, it didn't work. He's divorced. He's divorced her now. It didn't happen in the show. He's divorced. But he said, she works 9 to 5, Mondays to Fridays, or whatever. And I'm doing all this influencing, so we obviously can't spend time together. We're two busy people. So obviously we weren't going to work. Before? And you're going, but nearly everyone else is in the influencing world. Everyone else have jobs. They're all making it work. They've all got children as well.
He has more. Yeah, but the thing is, he sees them all more than he does
every event he goes to, he takes his mum. So he's got time for his mum.
That is so sad.
He hasn't got time. So even in an evening event, he could take his mum, but she's working 9 to 5. So then why can't you take your wife? It's the excuses that, you know what I mean? The lame excuses. And not only that, the manipulative, conniving, backstabbing. And yet he tries to always bend it, right, to, I've got reasons for doing this or being that.
This is horrible.
He could be aggressive, and yet then he, like,
Did you see how he lied as well when he came to the table and he was just like, oh, he slapped the plate in my face or something.
Yeah. And
he didn't even say that first. Part. And knowing, but he's sitting with the people who were there with him, who's seen it all.
That.
How can you do that?
He knows for a fact there's cameras on him. You everything you're saying, even if it's only 2 people, oh, well, it's their word against my word, you do know the whole world is watching.
Yeah.
People can see who you are, what you're doing.
This is where it makes you think, because no one would be like that. They'd want to, own up and say, so they got it scripted or something that make him do that?
Would he get married for a show to then just do that? That's a...
How weird was that? Like, did they even show her face? I can't remember the wedding. Like,
I can't remember.
What the hell? Like, he doesn't take her anywhere. His mom's and that the worst thing is, did you hear his mom and that? Oh, I don't know what episode it was when she was just like, he should basically, who's his first love kind of thing, it's her. Like, why was it? What she said something like, that basically he should be putting her first, and like, we know where it all started from. The bloody mom's a problem. Like, where's a dad, first of all, as well?
Well, he could have passed away.
Dad. Yeah, you don't know, what's gone on, but it is really,
but
really strange.
No, I ain't got an issue with him looking after his mum and being there for his mum. Fully understand. You know what? People have that bond and that relationship, and and certainly if he hasn't got a father or other, siblings and stuff, be there. She's been there for him. Take care of her. No issue. But it's like, okay, now you got another relationship. If you can make time for your friends.
And drop anything, just having all occasions.
And you could turn around and you could go horse riding, doing, every party, every event, dress up like, to the nines for every little, throughout the day, God knows how many times. You can make time for someone. The only thing is that person isn't a priority. That person doesn't matter to you.
That's it.
That's the only thing.
That is.
You're not going to get no value from it. It's like now, if I do all these shows and go all these places, what am I getting from it? I'm getting clout, I'm getting views, I'm getting subscribers, I'm making money. there's nothing from me in that relationship. And then it goes to the point where majority of the comments on his Instagram are basically going, mate, you, and it's true, all of them are, mate, it's because you don't need a wife. Why don't you just be open? Why is your mum keep forcing you to get married to a woman when you clearly it's not what you want? And that's why
He doesn't behave like a man.
And the thing is, you clearly don't want love from her. You don't want a sexual relationship with her. So if all those things, you know, you can make money and have all those, like I said, viewers, validation from everyone. If you don't want a relationship with someone, there's clearly something there's something missing.
Yeah.
You know, there's something that she's got you don't need.
Yeah. I guarantee he doesn't reply to any of those comments, or I wonder how it makes him feel knowing he's got to be because he does not behave like a guy does. The way he goes about things, like, it's just so wrong. When they had that little trip away, he wanted to join the girls. He didn't want to be with the men.
Yeah.
And the men were like, oh, you know, good.
Yeah, he
he's
wanted
not
to go
here.
with the girls.
But the thing is, straight away,
They
I was
were
worried.
glad.
I was like, you know what he's like? He's going to end up saying something that he shouldn't be saying. And he did.
And
he
he
did that
does it all
straight
the
away.
time.
And out of all things, and he didn't see that there's anything wrong with that. That is something so precious between a couple that they want to share. Oh my God.
But the thing is, for me, why do they tell him anything? Why can't people understand that this guy is never going to keep a secret? He can never be trusted. He's shown it every single time. But yet they still go, but he's my best friend.
But you've seen...
A best friend does not do that. He can't be anyone's best friend.
To be honest, his best friend seems just like him. Like-minded people, they, you know, you attract who you are, and she has that kind of...
Yeah,
she is like, not nice. She doesn't...
They get on, don't they?
And
Danielle?
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah. Why would you have a friend
I'm not that I know the names. I'm just like, you know what I mean? I got them written down here.
You know them more than I do. But she's not nice at all.
She isn't.
Why
I'm
her
not saying bad.
husband's so
Her
lovely.
husband seems really good. Bliss.
Yeah, he's lovely.
Now I know his name as well. What the heck's going on? I'm just Rain Man.
I don't like her dress sense, first of all. I do not like anyone. Then again, there's a fair few that just don't like their dress senses. Safa, just love her. No one can beat Safa. But yes, she's got that same kind of bitterness as well, hasn't she?
Yeah.
And it's weird because towards the ending, she's now got this podcast where these people that she doesn't really like, but she tries to get on with them. What's the other one's name who really gets on with Safa? You can see that she just got some kind of hate towards her and always has done. Any opportunity, she'll like go on the opposite side, even though she's talking to her still now. But she's had her on a podcast and wants to like get to know them. You've had all this time. Why wouldn't you want to know all this personally? Like, why wouldn't you want to get to know them?
Yeah.
You know, you've known each other for such a long time now. You've had three seasons?
3 seasons.
And you don't know these personal things about her.
Well, clearly they're
Why
not.
do you all meet up with all these?
Are they? They're not friends in real life, though, are they?
They seem to be, but because they seem to be on each other's Instagrams here and there. So that's why it makes me think: is it all fixed? You know, that each character has. Like, she's got this personality that I wouldn't be friends with.
See, you should be on a show called UK Bling. Yeah,
know.
But you need friends to go on it, though. And money. So actually, you leave it.
I haven't got either of them. Would you, if we did, would you join me on it? Because obviously it'd be couples.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna go no bitchy sassy shit. You know
You'll
what I
be
mean?
the first one there. You'll be egging me on.
No, I wouldn't. I'm like, Shanti. You know what I mean?
If I could say, out of all the people in Dubai Bling who you remind me of, it would be, what's Safa's best friend's name?
Oh God, don't know. I don't know.
Oh, what is her name? Safa and...
Oh. I'm gonna look. Go on, you keep talking.
So Safa's besties, her husband, I see you in him. You're calm, collective, but when someone pisses you off, don't.
Oh, yeah, his name's Hannah, isn't it?
Is that his name?
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but I'm sure his name is Hannah.
So, yeah, because I don't see you... There's no one else. Like, Bliss is lovely. Not saying you're not lovely, but I see you a little... That's the kind of person I would say that you, out of all of them...
I did like
because
that.
you're definitely not Safa's husband. He's too sweet and too nice. Like,
oh no,
he's calm, and he can put up with her. You get more annoyed than me.
Zaina.
Yeah.
Zaina.
Zaina's husband.
Yeah, so Zaina. Yeah, I'm not like Fingy, Safa's husband at all.
He's too calm.
He's calm.
And you can admit you're not calm.
Fahad, he's nice.
I love
He's
Fahad.
a nice guy.
I think everybody loves
He's
Fahad.
the kind of guy that I would be happy being friends with. But yeah, I would say if I was to be, I'm not like Bliss. Bliss is very outgoing. He's very much,
stand
show
all the stuff,
and he loves to, like,
Yeah.
his coolness, and he's got a different kind of dress sense and stuff like that. He's very much, he likes to also be a part of everything, you know what I mean, regardless. But he tries to keep his mouth shut as much as he can.
I don't know how he
and he
does that.
doesn't like, want to be vocal. He doesn't want to rock the boat, does he? And, because that's what was going on between him and Ibrahim. He didn't want to rock the boat and upset, even though he was offended, like, you're getting involved in this, but he was still trying to be, like, that Danielle, he went on a date night that he organised with his wife, and she brought her best friend Ibrahim to the date night.
You would have killed me.
I would have gone.
But he was calm with her. He found out that she's the one who invited, because he told her, she invited me, your wife invited me.
I would have looked at it like, this is alarm bells ringing. Basically, if I'm having a date night with my wife and she has to bring her best friend with me, or with her, then clearly she's got issues, right? Insecurities of being around me, that she needs someone else to be in the space.
So you would have thought things like that.
I would have thought that. Like, why would she? Is there something on? And as if I was the friend, Ibrahim, who was called, like, you told me, like, you know what I mean? Like, say I was friends with a girl and she told me that, I've got a date night with my husband. Can you come with me? I'll be like firstly, I'm going, no, it's your date night. I'm not going. You know what I mean? That's a bit weird. Secondly, if I went there, I would have gone, it's your date night. Like, as in, what is going on here? This isn't right. This isn't normal.
Ibrahim hasn't got a life, so he shows up.
Oh, yeah. He hasn't got a life when it comes to that. But
His
you know
wife,
what I mean?
yeah. Like, he turns up at everyone's do, but he can't bring his wife to any of them. Like, why?
I do like that other one. Like, that girl, is it Mona Katan? I
feel like she's
now.
quiet. And
no, I know she's the one whose sister's is it Huda Beauty. No, I was talking about her husband.
He's lovely.
He seems quite reserved, but I do get when, like, if you say who you more like, you would probably be more like Safa. That is true. The way, but I would be more like.
Do you agree with me?
Huh?
Do you agree with me?
Yeah. You're not like Dania.
He
You're
won't
not like
take
Zaina.
No, but I'm talking about you. Do you agree with me? Who I think you are like?
Zina. I think it's. I think his name is.
Hassan?
I think is it Hassan?
Well, I'm asking you. Do you think?
No, Hannah. I think it is. Huh?
Do you think you're more?
Yeah, because basically he tries to
he stays out the way.
Stays out the way. Stays out the picture, and he's not.
His
really,
wife means a lot to him.
Yeah,
he's really there.
So he doesn't like get him. He bees there for her, and he knows everyone, but he's not like involved. If he's invited, he'll be part. You can see that if he's not invited, he isn't bothered. Yeah, it's Hannah. He's not too fussed. I wouldn't care if I wasn't invited to every single thing. Fine, that's all right. But I would let you do your talking and sort out whatever. I don't want to get involved in your friends' issues and problems. That's fine. But it would get to a point where if I think that, okay, just need to have a chat like him, I would do that. You know what? This what, Ritz told me. Maybe you need to do this, that and the other. Fine. Okay, person understands, they understand. But it is that thing of, you stay calm. And knowing that, like how he dressed, just gets on with stuff.
Yeah.
But you rock the boat and then it's all right. Like, you know what? And that's why when he had that issue with Ibrahim, I did say to Ree, I said, I would have knocked him out.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought twice about it.
Yeah.
And this is from my ex-cuppa. You know what I mean? But in that situation, if he was like that, I would just go, I'll study it, forget friendships. Don't want to be a friend with me again. I would have knocked him out. You know what I mean? And because some people need to be put in their place. Not that you should resort to violence, firstly, but in that circumstance, you're like feeling like, oh my God, this guy is
like Bliss,
definitely trying to, and that's what ended up happening.
That poor guy, he felt so bad because he's not that kind of person.
It just seems like Ibrahim just like keeps on pushing everyone's buttons, and sooner or later, you just know that. And the thing is, I think it's just because people allow it. People allow him to be him and saying whatever, and they're just like going, and then and there's only so much someone can take. Okay, if you're best friends with someone, you can probably go, it's okay, we know who he is and how he is. That's fine. You know what I mean? Let's just tolerate him. And people do that with family members and friends. But when you're not a friend, or you're like, like in those situations, you're a husband or like, somewhat of, a friend of his or something like that, you look at him and you're going, you're a bit of a dick. You know what I mean?
I wonder if that...
And I'm not taking your shit. Other people might, but I don't owe you nothing. Sod you.
You can imagine like a lot of people wanting to, or have already, like, you know, if you don't know him and he's like that anyway, like he's been in a fair few scuffles, but apparently he hadn't. That's the first time which I'm sure it was said, that he's got into a proper like.
I don't know.
Whether it's just a show thing, because you wouldn't want to be around someone like that at all. I wouldn't want to waste my energy around.
You can't.
I'm surprised,
trust.
but then that's where it shows you that his bestie, she seems just like him.
Yeah,
she's got that like, she's got that same kind of, I don't know.
Yeah, vibe.
Bitchiness and vibe that you just don't want to be around.
But husband's nothing like that, is he?
No. Obviously, he sees a nicer side to it, but when you see that side,
Well, no, it's not just a nicer side. That's her husband. He's married to her. He's got kids with her.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's not just the nicer side. I think as a partner, you sometimes just tolerate it. Or, you know, it's weird.
I know if I was like that, if I was being a nasty and bitchy, you would put me in my place and tell me not to be.
It's not easy, though. But I know for a fact that I have done, like, you know...
me?
As in, like, when situations arise, that, like, you know, if you had an issue with someone or there was a problem or you was
be a better
behaving...
person, but I've never been...
I
understand that. You've got to give, like, advice to your partner where you see, like, you come and handle that better or whatever else. Not, but you've never seen me being a bitch and nasty. I've not been horrible. Are you looking at me like I have?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying to you, you know what? When you've done something that I thought you could have handled it better or acted another way, I basically would have spoken to you and said, I know you had your reason to act whatever, or you feel like you had your reasons and you behave this way, but it wasn't the right way to do it.
Yeah.
And it's not always easy to do because you're more or less going, well, you need to be taking my side. I am taking your side. I'm just saying, you know, there's so much better in you. Like, you didn't need to be in that situation or say or do whatever you did. But what happens here most of the time is, but there's many husbands I know for a fact that they know their wife. What I'm saying is, you know your partner.
Yeah.
You know who they are and how they are, and you know what, rattles their chain or how they might behave. But there's so many that more or less try to act like, they know their partner inside out, if they're feisty or or quiet or whatever. But then they're like going, it's not my partner. It was either that person or that person or that person. And you're going, do you actually know your partner? Yeah. Or you know your partner, but you're trying to pretend you don't know, or you're just trying to back them up, even though deep down you know that I'm full of shit. You know what I mean? I know my partner would say this or act like this. Because if someone said to me, like now, your daughter Casey said this or done this or whatever, I would go, oh, my son Veer, I would like go, nah. Well, yeah. You know, you know what I mean? It's
like that one time.
Even if a boyfriend said, oh, Casey's been like this, that, and the other, I would go, yeah, I can actually.
You know, when you're saying this, it reminds me of that one time where I'm going to bring in something that relatable to us that had happened, where someone had turned around and said a lot of stuff to me, and then our husband was trying to talk to you.
That's the point I was making.
Yeah.
And he said to me, he was basically going, oh, you know, this was the situation. Your wife said this, and obviously relations. Your wife said this, and my wife, like, you know, she was dealing with it like this, and she was like this, and this, that, and the other. And I went, do you know your wife? You know what I mean? Honestly, is that how your wife would deal with things? Is that how she is? And you could just see, he was just like looking at me, like thinking, oh, you know what I mean? How am I supposed to lie to this guy?
Your wife's from...
And you're basically trying to paint a picture that butter wouldn't melt in your wife's
West Side,
and everything,
wife's from the ghetto.
Every single thing that, you know, she's the sweetest person, nicest person, she wouldn't hurt a fly. And I had that other thing with your family, like, you know, like remember one of your relatives were more or less going, this girl, I'm not going to name, that butter wouldn't melt in her mouth. She wouldn't even hurt a fly. She's the most sweetest, nicest person. And you had
I've seen something, yeah.
And I went, yeah, all right. Okay. You know what I mean? That's fine. If that's what you believe. I didn't turn around and say, no, you're incorrect and you ain't got a clue or anything. I just went,
you'll learn yourself.
I just went, if that's what you think and that's what you believe, you know what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to keep my wife at the situation. And that's what I do. It's more or less like going, I'm not going to argue or try to prove to you that you're wrong. I don't have to do that. You'll just find out for yourself. And he did. Yeah. Most of them do.
Learn the hard way.
And this is why I look at, I know for a fact if someone said your wife was like this, that, and the other, I would just go, yeah, she probably was. So did you actually do that? Yeah. You know what I mean? And she won't lie to me. She'll like going, this is what happened. And I was like going, yeah, okay. And this is what I mean. You can see those relationships in here as well. They're like that. There's someone like going, your wife's like that? Yeah. Yeah. Someone said, Safa's a calm, quiet, nice, you know, person. And she wouldn't say anything wrong to anyone. She doesn't get triggered. She isn't insecure. Her husband will turn around. You can actually see he'll sit there and he'll probably not say, he'll go, And Safa would say herself, like, going, what are you grinning for? You know what I mean? You're telling me that I'm not. And he'll be like going, come on, Safa. You know what you
It's
are.
the same.
Like,
if someone turned around and said
see,
to
this is what I'm
me,
saying?
if someone said to me, like, you know, it was your husband, he's the problem, he was sat there and, you know, he ended up saying X, Y, and Z, and he's, you know, ended up pounding the person, I'll be like, yeah, that ain't him. He'll sit there, he'll observe everything first. He'll, you know, he will get up when he's needed to get up. He will not just like, you wouldn't even talk, you just watch.
Most of the time, I'll just walk out the situation.
Yeah.
I ain't got time of day
Unless
for
you
this.
had to
It's
protect
only
yourself.
when you're something, that's it. That's the only
and it's
time.
not that you can't. So
Otherwise, it's just
so
like,
you know each other's.
let me just walk away from the situation. I don't want to be in this situation.
Yeah, you know, you've been with your partner, you know them, what they're like and whatever. But I just, that part of me, because she's got that side where she seems very envious and bitchy as well. She doesn't like other women. Like she wants to be their friends, but she really
That
backstabbing.
Danielle, she's not really friends with any of them.
Exactly.
Is she?
So to me, it's like,
Is she ever friends with any of them? She's only friends
your
with
husband
Ibrahim.
must know that side of you, that you're bitchy and you are backstabbing and you've got this envy. You do envy them, you know, in not a nice way at all. That you. How do you like that side of a person? Because I know you wouldn't like that if I was anything like that, or you'd show that, wouldn't you? You can't like hide that side of you.
No, because
you
remember, you got to live with this person, and if you turn around that this person's always got, like, you know, something about other people, like. But like I said, she doesn't seem like she's friends with any of them. Really,
I don't like her dress
She just
sense.
seems like she's friends with just him.
Yeah.
And without him, and yet there's no real friendship there as well. There's no trust. There's issues there.
And they're the same. They're not
You know
nice.
what I mean?
They're not nice. So yeah, I guess why you understand why they get on so well.
Yeah, but I just feel sorry for her husband, Bliss, to be honest.
He's lovely.
Because you seem like, what's going on here? Like, how did he get into this kind of...
And it's like, you know, when they have their conversations as well, when he came back from his little retreat, or he came back to tell her about, you know, he ended up punching him in the face, whatever happened, plate flying, whatever. She was so calm. She was just sitting there. She's like, oh, go on, tell me. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I would have been like, what? Like, how are you so calm?
Yeah.
That's your husband. You can see him. He's so hurt and upset.
And like I said, if you know your husband, you would know that, you know what, he wouldn't do anything like that. And there must have been something to provoke him and push him to get to that extreme. You don't turn around and go, yeah, he does this every week.
Yeah, and you know they're going to end up, she's going to end, even though she said it's going to destroy our relationship, there'll be nothing that will turn from here if he does tell anyone.
Nah.
You know for a fact
she
she's gonna
needs
be friends.
him. She hasn't got anyone else.
Yeah. Yeah.
And no one can tolerate him, and no one can tolerate her. So that
Exactly. I would not be able to have her in my circle.
But she's got a, you know, I don't want to give it away, but they've got things happening in their future anyway, haven't they?
Well, you've given most away anyway,
Danielle.
haven't we? What's wrong with that? We're hoping people have watched it by now. If you haven't, then sorry, spoiler alert.
Spoiler, right?
Because we want to talk about.
They're having a baby.
Yeah.
So basically, with that in mind, she's going to be some occupied at home, isn't she? So she'll be away from Ibrahim
Do you
for a
think they
while.
had proper arguments behind camera then? Like her, because you'd be pissed off with me. You told my friend, your friend, he's gone and blabbed it. This was our personal moment.
I would have a conversation with you behind
He's too
camera.
calm.
I wouldn't have it all on in front of the
Because
camera.
I wouldn't let that be. If it was the other way around and it was me.
Of course I would have these conversations. I wouldn't just like let it be like that. I'll be like going, wait a second, on date night you bring him, and then you tell him that we're having a baby, and yet I didn't even know we were having a baby. You told him first that we're having a baby. I'll be ape
Smug
shit.
face when he was at the barber sitting there. Like,
And
do you want
that's
me
the
to?
other
I
thing.
hate that face of
The
his.
husband didn't even know. He was away on a trip. And he finds out from another person that his wife's expecting.
And
His
also-
kids knew before him. He tells his kids, guess what?
Yes!
We're having a baby. And they were like going, yay!
You already
They've done all
know.
this. And then he was like going, they didn't like...
You wanted to see them excited so
and then
much.
they just went, Mum's already told us. And
He
he's
was
like,
calm.
But it's sweet, the kids are still trying to make it all fun. And he was there going,
And she didn't-
"They already
she didn't
know.
seem bad."
You didn't even tell them with me.
And
I want to be here.
She didn't feel gutted or bad. Like, that's just nasty. It just shows what she's like. No, I'm
She's-
sorry, that
she's
character of
Ibrahim.
hers. Yeah, she is. That's why they get on so
You know
well.
what I mean? Basically, my friend knows
No one
fine.
else's
Everyone
feelings
else knows
matters.
fine. I've told the kids fine. It's what I want to do.
Yeah.
I don't care of how he might feel.
Exactly. She's like, but you were away and they knew I was sick. You were sick. You could have just been sick. They ain't going to think, oh, you're sick, Mum, you're pregnant.
You know, this ain't a Bollywood film.
Exactly.
And then all of a sudden, someone just like touches your wrist like this. Pregnant. 2 babies.
Honestly.
You know what I mean?
And the fact that she's sick, she sat there and she made that excuse. I'm like, honestly, you don't even feel no like sad or
She didn't-
remorse
she
or
did-
like
there was no regret.
anything she did each time. She didn't feel bad about it.
No.
And that's why they are friends.
Yeah. That's why. Okay. Anyway, who else? Who haven't we spoken about? So we've spoken about
Zainab.
Is
it Zainab?
Who's Zainab? This
I
is
just
you're
made
going back
someone
into
up.
EastEnders now.
Zainab?
No.
Have I made
I
someone
was
up?
going to say, one thing is, none of the people I see, every single issue that they have in front of everyone. Anything they want to discuss, they just talk. Obviously, is it Zaina was... What Zaina does the most is she ends up always sitting there out the blue going, yeah, something happened the other day between you two. What was it?
Yeah.
What were you saying about that person? It's like she starts it, she
Yeah.
provokes it,
Yeah.
it gets it going, don't she?
She does do that. And there's other thing as well. When she had a problem with that Ibrahim, she was like, this time around someone else has got a problem. She was like, oh, it's funny how the tables turn. Like when I had a problem and about him, no one really now why should I stick up? Knowing that he is in the wrong anyway, she should just generally stick up. That is wrong. She was like, what's wrong with that? Like he's told.
Yeah, then she's
She's
like...
had kids herself.
Yeah. So
That's so personal.
yeah.
And she was just like, well, I'm sorry, you didn't back me up
So
back
when
then. I'm not
it's-
backing you up.
Yeah, and it seems
That's
like that,
not
but it's not
nice.
about backing, like in the sense
doesn't
that
drop,
you
she
didn't do
doesn't forget.
it. Yeah, it's about, what's right and wrong.
Yeah, she doesn't drop
You know what I
things, so she
mean?
doesn't forget.
It's
And
not-
also, you see as well the slyness, because it's like she'll still be friends with him until she wants what she wants and gets what she needs of him. That handing over the name and stuff. Otherwise, it was like, don't say nothing to him.
Don't rock the boat
Because
because,
I need that.
something.
Can you believe there's people
Otherwise-
like that who bend over backwards over
instead of
stuff?
and I said to you, didn't I? I went,
Couldn't.
if some guy, I'm not being bad, if your friend or my friend turned around and said, you know what, you get in this company and I bought your title for the name, I would be like, well, I ain't gonna ever trust you again.
Yeah.
You know what? You can shove those where the flipping sun
Sun
don't
don't
shine.
shine.
At the end of the day, I don't care. I don't want them.
Yeah.
And nor do I need to pay you to have them. I forget that friendship over. I'll change the name of the company. That's fine. I'd rather change everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I ain't having nothing to do with it. What you gonna do with it? Have it. If that's gonna make you happy, is that the title? It's different if you were both in the business together and you both had that title together, and you're like, I'm taking that title because you know what, I'm taking that company away from him. Okay, I could get it. But if you're just spitefully doing something because someone else has got an idea and they want to call it just to get on their nerves, or they want, but she did.
Yeah.
She more or less like a lapdog going, oh, I've got to be nice. Even to her husband, like, don't push
Don't
this,
say anything.
don't say
and
nothing.
he's like, I can't take
and
it
again,
anymore.
can you not see this guy is so manipulative that he can have you like in his pockets, that you like are walking around being all nicey nice to him, just to get what you want, and then he shows your character.
What you like, because what else do you do this in to get
You
what
know
you
what I mean?
want?
And it's like going, there's no friendship, loyalty. It's basically, let's just be nice and all that to get what we want. So that's what I was going to say. The only person that I saw in the whole series wasn't any of the main characters that actually genuinely, maturely dealt with a situation that how they all should deal with was, is it Farhana's husband? An event. And you see the true side of her there.
Yeah. Oh.
Because, you see the true side of her
Throughout
anyway.
it.
Basically, she turns around and there's this event and she makes out that it's her event. It's my event, but my ex-husband has got something to do with it because before we got divorced, he had like some shares in it and stuff like that, made it out like that to all of her friends. He's come to the event because the event's his. He's the one who's put all the money in, and he's allowed her to be part of it because obviously she raises the son. So, and you can see when she sees him, she hasn't been communicating, even though he's been trying to. He speaks to her, takes her aside away from her friends, can we have a conversation? And which she goes, and he ain't talking about her friends, he ain't talking about what she's doing in her life, he's just talking about his son. That we need to communicate and I need more time with the son and stuff like that. And you can see how flustered she is. And then that's where you could tell when everything that's come out of their mouth, they're lying and now the truth is going to be out there.
At one point, I thought to myself, she hasn't seen him in ages. Does she still feel for him? Like, kind of thing, she's flustered. She doesn't know how to even behave in front of him. Like, does she still love him? That's what I thought. But it's not. It's all the lies and stuff. They're like kind of things that are going to...
People get flustered when they know that... Now, I could talk shit about somebody as much as I want.
Yeah.
My husband's an asshole, or he's cheated, he's done this, he's done that, or this has happened, that's happened, I don't trust them. you know, all this money is mine. I'm a self-made person, and that's how she tries to say.
When it comes
and
out,
then when that person comes, and you're thinking, shit, my stories can come out
and
here.
things when it does come out, what does she do each time? All she does is rage, and she says stuff that doesn't make no sense. Like for example, the part where, you know, Zayn, what's his name? That guy had said to her, "You rang us, each one of us, to find out is that her car."
Oh,
how
yeah.
sad is she to find?
So Zaina's
so
car.
she hasn't done it once.
Zaina's bought a new car, and she's called everyone to say,
"Is that her car?
Is that her car? Has she actually bought it, or is she hiring it or
First of
renting
all,
it? Why
how
would you do that?
embarrassing and how sad of a life do you have to go around ringing everybody to want to know that?
Who cares if she hid it? Who cares if she just rented it? Who cares if she borrowed it off a friend? Who cares if she bought it?
It's so embarrassing, Steve.
Doesn't matter.
And the thing is, that when it comes out, then she starts roaring
But
really
that
loud.
again, I've seen that in Indian families and stuff. In that sort of mentality.
Yeah.
I mean, she's
Can't
Indian,
take
isn't she?
it.
They've done that. Like, you know, someone buys a brand new car and they're like going, is it a company car or someone's gave it?
Yeah.
Is it actually theirs? They bought it.
You had that when you joined the police force. You probably got the house because you got it.
And knowing that, I ended up buying a BM and then was like going, oh, did his work? Yeah, the police force give you a BMW to go with the, you know,
the police force help you with your first house.
But basically, they asked me about, like, they're like, no, they must have helped him get the house. They must have helped him get a car. Which police force do you like?
I want to join that police force.
You know what I mean? But honestly, when people get it, something, and you envious of it, you're more or less going, how's that possible? Yeah. And you're there asking everyone else, whose is it?
Yeah.
Why can't they buy
what
it?
about when your friend brought a 4x4 or something like that? And your other friends were like, he's...
I had a friend who bought a Range Rover. I think it was in his 30s, right? And this guy's worked his ass off. Like, you know, him and his wife worked and bought their own house, come from, like, you know, like a single parent home. And so you can imagine how much they, you know, work to get to a place, family. So then he finally, driving small cars to the point where he bought himself a Range Rover. And then the other friend, you know what I mean, was more or less close friends. And, you know, you'd say you trust each other.
Yeah.
I was happy. I was like going, well done, congratulations. You know what I mean? That's what he wanted. The other one's there. So can you imagine? It's just 30s. So the other one's there, and he didn't say it to me, but his wife was saying it and telling it, and then we heard him say it. He was like going, he's midlife crisis, late 30s, I think it was. But midlife crisis, you don't need a car. Well, he's just like buying it because he's got to prove something. And you're going, he's buying it now. Number one, even if it is a midlife crisis, it's his crisis.
Well done on him.
You know, for me, I was like going, well done. Yeah, exactly. He ain't going to get it when he's 18. When you know, I understand people who don't know other people's circumstances, but when you know that someone's come from a single family home, worked his ass off, you know what I mean? And, you know, his circumstances, and you've grown up with them, you know how much money they had, the houses that they lived in, to where they've got to, the work they've had to do to get. Yeah. And now they finally got that, got everything set, and they bought something that they wanted and capable of affording. They didn't borrow it off anyone. To then, like, a friend going, midlife crisis. This is what the heck? And you're going,
and this is when you hear
I don't like that. I'm like going, fair plays on him, good on him. I don't want it.
That's why I wouldn't want people like that in my life.
He could buy a yacht tomorrow, and I would turn around at the age of 50, and I would turn around and go, fair plays. He obviously worked for it, and he wanted a yacht. I wouldn't turn around and go, oh God, he's buying that now just before he dies.
That's what you do.
What the heck?
You know, people can be friends for a long time, you know, but when those...
Disgusting.
Yeah, and I'm so glad we don't have those kind of people in our lives anymore. You just never know what they're saying behind your back, and you don't need it. They're there, you know, clapping you on, but really behind your back are like...
And this is what I see from all this Dubai Bling. It's like they're all clapping you there, and
then
behind the back...
This is what I asked you. Do you think the friendship would last? Because they seem... What, in the 30s, do you think all of them are?
Again, I don't know if they're
last?
true friends or if it's just part of the show. That's what I don't know. They gave a brief glimpse. Back to Farhan now, I was going to say. Like now, I believe her child's autistic or there's some issues like, you know, and they were saying. But I think with her main issue seemed like my child has told me that he's called my ex's girlfriend mum. A child don't just randomly call someone mum unless they feel something. Yeah. You know, then you could call her mum. A child would be like, no, but that's my mum.
She only said that once. I didn't think she brought it up again. So I think she's lying because she seems like a person who lies a lot.
No, I think the child probably did say mum. But
she would have confirmed that with the husband. Look, it does hurt me. I'm his mum at the end of the day. Because you understand that. You think, okay, Yeah, it probably does upset her.
Yeah, but the thing is, look,
But she
if
never
you
once
two
brought it up.
It's like now, if you divorced, you two are no longer owe anything to each other. Your only thing that you've got in common is the child.
Yeah.
My best, and you can see from the father, he's like going, I'm not bothered about anything else. He doesn't care if she remarries or what she does.
I don't know how he put up
I
with her.
just want to be in my child's life, and I want him to be in mine. And I always say that every child needs both parents, regardless of if they're together or not. I mean, I understand if like one parent was very abusive and dangerous and such. I fully understand that. Then I get it. But if it was more or less like the couple just didn't get on, things didn't work out, for whatever reason, then I understand, and it doesn't mean that you get on. But the thing is, I just feel that the kid probably said mum to her because she seems too busy in her own life. She's always here, there, everywhere. Someone's clearly looking after her kid.
Yeah.
Majority of the time.
Yeah.
And then if he's gone there and this other woman has more or less gave him that comfort, that nurturing, that, you know what, mum's never around, but this is how mum should be.
Yeah.
This feels like mum.
Yeah.
I feel like that, to me, from what I saw, was that it seemed like she was offended. You know what? Sorry, I can't be that mum for my kid.
Yeah.
And he's there calling someone else mum. How dare that happen?
Yeah.
I'm the only mum, regardless if I'm there for him or not. Yes, I know, being a divorced woman, she needs to work and make money and look after her kid, and she's doing that. But it seems like she's making money.
It seems like she's making good money.
It seems like you should be able to spend time. But again, if two people were to remarry, I don't know. Do people, do children, that's still going to be stepmom. You don't call him a step auntie or step uncle, and if she was now remarried to a guy who is really good and decent, now, does that kid call him dad or does he call him, yo, bro?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Your mom, but hey, uncle,
Yeah.
But then why do people call it stepmom and stepdad? As in, like, do you know what I mean? You're not going to call him step.
Yeah.
But
I think she should have
it's
laid that out on the table when they all met up and he brought his dad along.
But that still wasn't happening. She wasn't going to see
I find it
him. She
uncomfortable.
was sending her friends to go and talk to her ex-husband to talk about the
So weird.
situations. How is that an adult and mature? I don't want to talk to my ex-husband about him having a girlfriend, which he's allowed to have because he's my ex-husband. And, and I've got an issue and a problem with it.
Allowed her
And I
friend
want
to
my
do it.
friends
I
to
find
go
the
and have
friend
a
went out her
conversation.
own way because she knows that she's not someone you can actually have a conversation with without her getting so heated
gets
and angry.
frickin' raged.
You wonder why he split up with her. What attracted
She
him
gets
to her?
raged with everything.
And it's the way she does it. You know what? Someone needs to put her in a place. I'm like, did you actually put her in a place? Though you didn't,
but
because
the thing
you've
is,
left everyone laughing
You can
at
see
you.
her anger is always there.
Yeah.
She's ready to
And she
explode.
did it in front of the son as well, because he did come to her. Do you remember when they went out with the little? She had a little outing with the husband. Took him to that little ball pit area, and she got a bit like, and he came running back. So you can see she doesn't just do it. She doesn't care where she is.
She's got a short fuse, doesn't she?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
she basically only needs to be triggered.
Yeah, I do not like her. I do not like her excuse me, her personality. Don't like her personality. Do not like her dress sense.
Yeah, like anyone's dress sense.
Her dress sense is so bad. Oh, there's times I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I understand, like
And
companies.
I do not like the way she speaks. She's not feminine. She just comes across so bitchy and horrible. I think out of all of them, she's got this thing where it's every.
So at the guys, it's Ibrahim that you probably think, and then at the women, it's probably Farhana. You think
To be honest, no. I don't like her, but I feel like I don't like
Danielle.
There's something about Danielle more, and I think it's that trustworthy, that jealousy, and just that bitter nastiness. I know she is, but she still says it how it is. When she's angry, she's angry. This one's a bit like sly. I don't like sly people.
Yeah.
Don't like that at all.
She
You
is.
see what you see. She gets angry, and when she's been put in a place and you're like, calm down, you don't make any sense. That last time someone did say it to her and she was like, okay, because she doesn't know how to handle stuff. But I don't like slight people.
And the other thing I was going to say, like I understand having brand deals and the majority of their clothes and everything that they wear.
But I don't bloody get brand deals like her.
I'm sure companies give them those things because they sit there. You're not going to go like, just for afternoon coffee sometimes with half the things that they're wearing when they're just sitting there talking to the camera. Feathers coming out of here, flipping, you know what I mean? A halo, there's a mask on the face like this, and you look at it and you're going, do they actually get a choice that this is my fashion sense, that this is what I want to wear? Or do these companies just going, no, this will look good on you, you should wear this, or you got to promote this for us?
Yeah.
Do they just do it because it's given to them? That's what I'm trying to say. Or is it that, what, I genuinely would wear this?
I think it's just given to them for their time. I don't think they'd walk around with it. All the stuff's been given to them, most of it. Apart from Safa. Safa has her own brand. She has her own design. It's called Lechi, I think it is as well. I was looking at it this morning.
Lechi?
Yeah, I was just like, dude, man, can you not send me some stuff?
Okay, who haven't we spoken about them?
The couple that are no longer on the show.
Oh, Chris Fade.
They've had a baby.
Yeah, he's a DJ, isn't he?
I'm wondering why. Are they like, we don't want none of this drama?
No,
I
think maybe. Well, exactly, because you could still be on there with the baby, couldn't you?
Yeah.
I mean, but he's been, because I do follow him on Instagram. I don't know why, but yeah, somehow I do. But he basically. He's interviewed all the big, like, even like Indian actors and English actors. Like, whenever they do radio, whenever they've done movies and stuff, he's been interviewing them.
Right.
I mean, he even posted something like, obviously, Liam Payne passing, like, that he got to meet him and he had a picture with him.
Okay.
But, so I don't know if that's taken a lot of his time and stuff.
Yeah.
He came briefly, didn't he?
Yeah, showed him, obviously, the kid and stuff. They might welcome back. There's that girl.
LJ.
I can't stand.
That's LJ.
Firstly, no. Okay. I think that should I say other people are going to take it personally. Yeah, she really trains a lot, doesn't she? This season, I didn't like her in her outfits because she looks so masculine.
I don't think she was in here that much, was she? This time, she kept on avoiding that other woman.
There's a lot going on with
she was
that other
having
woman.
some an old friend that came and they had issues and problems, and it seemed like she was not. Every time there was an event, because there's new people in there. Because this new person was there, she kept on not turning up.
Yeah.
And each time they're turning up, majority of the conversations, I mean, in the last one, season 2.
She reminded me of someone we knew.
Wasn't she going to be, she was proposed, she was going to get married. Yeah. And in this one, she decided, I'm not going to do it for my kids.
She reminded me of an ex-friend of mine who, is just the way she speaks as well. She's got her lips together. And this friend of mine was from here, but she tried to pretend she was from somewhere else. And so especially when she went away abroad and she come back and she's talks like this and she that kind of look. She reminds me of her, the whole it's all about me and not caring about anyone else, like her thoughts, like that bitchiness side of her was not nice. What she felt like she had to get pay her back just because that wasn't, and she actually was comfortable enough to say it.
So one of your closest friends or a friend, and then something happened, she said something and then she dated her ex something or whatever. Just to piss her off.
Yeah, piss her off.
Done it on purpose.
And she ruined her whole relationship. And you can see first she's like, I don't need her. I don't want people like that in my life. But then
yet that woman was looking after your children.
And you can see why she was so hurt.
She was there because she didn't have her mom or family. Anyway, yeah. Her partner had died, and she
was the last person who, from the last season, got her mom to come into the show.
Yeah.
And she did that to her.
No, I don't think. I don't know. I don't think she was the one who brought her into. No, she wasn't the one. That woman wasn't in this.
I can't remember what she looked like. So
no, that was a different woman. That she wasn't actually in this one. The one who got her mum into it for some reason.
No,
they didn't even mention her.
The one with the dark hair. Yeah,
they didn't. But she got her mum to come, so I don't know what happened there. But LJ was got proposed. Remember that guy in front of everyone? He got on his knees and she was like, I think she said yes, didn't she?
She did.
She obviously didn't want to, said to her kids that she's not gonna need anyone. But yeah, the last season was her meeting her mum. Finally, I've met her. But this season, it was just like another side of her came out. Like, you can't trust her again. You know what I mean? Even though the people who looked after your children, you're there like, trying to done something to break their trust and sort of stab them in the back.
Yeah.
And everyone, and she was trying to play the victim all the way through it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I didn't like her in this season at all. I don't think I did before either. And also, it looks like she seems to be working out quite a lot as well. Like, she doesn't. No, I don't. It does not suit her.
Her arms look more pumped than mine.
They didn't look good.
You know what I mean?
Every time she wore a dress, I was like, no. Every time she wore a dress or something nice, it was like, no, that does not look right. And then you can see her ribs as well.
What's wrong with that?
No, I don't like it.
Who else is there? There's someone
Who
else.
have we left?
No. The only thing I did, yeah, I've no. Was there anything else with her? That was it. That was
There wasn't much
majority
about
all
her
the way
other
through.
than her horrible bitchiness that she did, and like getting all like
And
defensive, but yet she's
then they were in every single situation was the same thing, wasn't it? One would walk off and go, and then the other
and they
one
finally made up.
and then they
And you can see like you're holding that grudge forever, saying that I don't want to be your friend. And you can see understand why she was hurt, but for her reasoning why she did what she did, and then saying that she doesn't need her in her life, she's done with it, she doesn't really care about her, but then to cry to the extent afterwards that she was crying like, oh my god, I've missed you, I love you, kind of thing. You're like, oh my god, what was all of that? You're holding that anger.
The only thing I was going to say was, is it Mona, the one who abused his sister, kind of thing? Oh, she needs. Have you seen her diary? She can't even give her husband 5 minutes. That was some crazy ass shit.
Do you think they made that up?
Well, he said himself. He goes, I never eat with her. She eats by herself at 5:30. I eat later on in the day, and she was upstairs, and she's got her nighty whatever, her pajamas on, and she's going, I've got, you know what? I think I can quickly give him 5 minutes, and comes out, and he's like going, look, can we go out some of the time? And she's like going, I've already gone over the 5 minutes.
Does he even know what a real marriage is?
I mean, she's got all those clothes. She spends more time with her dad.
That's so true.
Her dad's there, like at the workplace, doing all this. But her husband needs to have an appointment to spend time with her. And she said, you need to at least give me 3 or 4 days in advance.
Can't wait for her to have kids and see what her life turns out to be like.
And yet he wants her kids with her. And all this time she didn't. And now she's going, I think I'm ready for kids. How's she going to fit in a schedule to have sex?
Changing up. Yes.
I'm just, can you imagine like going, yeah, I know we ain't got time for coffee or something to eat, but any chance we can have sex? Well, not now, but you here? No, but I've got time with my friends. I got time for my dad. I got time for my business. What day? Well, judging by my calendar,
you got to give me 3 days notice. I don't think I'd slot you in.
I can put you.
I actually can't slot you in.
I can slot you in May the 26th, probably 2027. And like, fuck's sakes.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? Like, what?
People are happy with that kind of life.
And she said, she goes, I can't, but I've done this so often that I can't live without doing this. Everything has to be fitted in. If it's not fitted in, I won't do it.
I wasn't very much keen on her either, to be honest.
No, that is not a marriage. That's not a relationship. I'm not being bad. You know what? Every day you should be fitting in going, look, sorry, you know what? I don't care. 5:30 or such and such is like my 1 hour or whatever with my partner are spending some time. But the way that she's going, she needs to go to sleep beforehand. No, I sleep beforehand. But come on, where's your relationship? Where's intimacy? Unless you're going to do things with your friends only, each time he appears, oh, that's our date night. That's us being together. Look, hey, I'll fit you in. That he has to turn up to these things just to spend time with his wife.
Mad. Imagine 26 years of being together, me and you, and we just fit ourselves in once. You know, wonder a marriage lasts because you don't really see each other at all.
That's not a marriage, though.
It isn't.
That isn't a marriage.
Do people live like that?
Well, it looks like it. But it seems
okay
like
with that?
Two people are conveniently living together. You know, you probably see your roommate more if you're at university. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, but then there are people who are married who like travel abroad for work and stuff and they hardly see each other. You know, even like with actors and actors and stuff.
Yeah, but I'm sure that when they come back and they're not working, then they spend time. I understand for work purposes, you've got to get away and you've got to do. But it doesn't seem like she's leaving. You know, now you're like justifying. She's not like she's left the country.
I'm not justifying. I'm just saying that's hard. I'm just saying even that's hard. Like actors and actresses, they have months apart from each other. That's hard enough itself. And her, she's not that. She's just got a business.
Living there, she's got a business, and she knows what time she's gonna finish. She's got time for friends. She's got time for a show.
No, exactly.
So you got to have
I just think it's all fixed. They just make all these little things up because they know it's gonna irritate people, and people like they will.
Why would it? It didn't irritate me. I was just like going fair plays on that.
It does, because little things like that would irritate, and you can see the younger generation, like your own daughter, had to go on Ibrahim's account to see, because I wouldn't follow him. I wouldn't give him the time of day. But it just brings in traffic for them as well to make, you know.
Oh yeah,
any kind of
I want to follow to see what her schedule is.
No, just
that just seems
again.
No, but there are people who have schedules that everything you see, even like these. Sometimes these content creators or self-improvement people, they actually write down that, you know what, oh, keep a diary, write down what you got to do so you get more done. And she's like going from morning to night. If it's not on there, she doesn't do it, but it keeps her going. It probably works for her. But the thing is, you got to be at a point where it did work for you. But once you get married or you have kids, how's she going to know what time to change her children's nappy?
Yeah.
That what time my kid's going to poop? I mean, sorry, this wasn't part of my flipping,
I've got a nanny. Things like that. People like that have nannies to do all that. They can afford a nanny to do all of that kind of stuff, so they ain't gonna bother. But think about it, us two. If it came to a point where life was so busy with us two, and it was the case with me and you, how would you feel?
I'll have to call that girl that was on my photo earlier. And
See, he's going to answer straight away.
Can you just I need some comforting.
See,
my wife is too busy.
He's going to answer straight away, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I need someone else. I need some sexual healing. I couldn't stay away from my wife for that long. I don't give a shit.
Ending this off, right? Can you remember a moment, I would like you to, of me having a Safa moment that you can share with everybody? That I've had,
that's
to the extent.
On top of my head now.
No,
I can't do it right now.
But you can say that I'm Safa.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
But you haven't got nothing to back that up.
No, and even if I did, I probably wouldn't want to. I'd rather just people just notice it at one point or another.
What the hell?
But anyway, yeah.
And what about you dragon?
I didn't say anything bad about you. But anyway.
You have to. I can.
Thank you. See, there you go. Here it is.
It's only the first ever time that you always tell everybody about it.
What?
When we went shopping together.
Okay.
And we announced her the first couple of months we were together and stuff, married.
Don't know. Can't remember.
And you used to look hot.
And?
Yeah, I think you had your lenses and then you attracted a lot.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't there. We were on going to... we're shopping at a street, weren't in a store. Are you talking about that one?
Was it the one in Astor?
Basically, we're walking and you used to look hot, she said. We're walking together and as we were walking, this girl, pretty girl, she was looking at me as we were walking and she like kept on...
How do you know she was pretty? Hold on.
She was pretty.
Excuse me.
Right.
No. This many years ago,
you
actually looked at her.
Then you
No, stop.
See, okay.
Stop right there. How do you know she's pretty? Even though I don't remember what she looks like.
Anyway, I don't remember what she looks like now.
So why did you say that for?
Because I remember when it was.
No, excuse me. Look at me when you're talking.
Okay.
She was pretty.
And at that point, probably was. Anyway.
Prettier than me.
God, can I finish? Listen. We were walking together. We were going to some shops or stores or whatever. And she was walking. She kept on looking at me. And Ree, who was next to me, who was next to me, she clocked that this girl was looking at me. And she just went something like, excuse me, have you got a problem? No, or what's your problem? Or something like that. And I was there going, shit, never, okay. Now, for me, I wasn't looking at her. I could see that this woman was looking at me. I was there going, do I know this person?
She was looking at me and she weren't just looking at me. She was like literally walking into, and I walked straight into her face. I said, what are you looking at? Is what
Something like that, yeah. So basically, we're walking. And this was when we first were just like together. And I just went, don't even look, don't even stare, don't even... So it wasn't like me looking at her. She was just like, I could notice this person looking at me.
But you were smirking and smiling?
Because she was smiling. I was being nice, polite.
Does that happen anymore?
Only by budding. You know what I mean?
Old women.
Hey! They're pretty too, okay?
You said yourself.
Right. Yeah, me.
Anyway, we love Safa. Team Safa.
Anyway,
can't wait to meet her.
We just thought we have like a bit of a, we do podcasts about various stuff. So we thought, hey, we've been enjoying
it. And now we're like,
share what we've been watching and things that we do.
We're going to have to find something else to watch because we finished it all.
I don't know if couples out there watch things together, and if they do, how they react and act, and do they find it fun, enjoyable? But for us, it is like having some time together. Seeing things, seeing what other people get up to, knowing what kind of friends we don't want, or what kind of relationships we don't want, or things that we can learn and going, what the heck is that? We better not be doing that, or we shouldn't do that. Or I don't think we saw, like I said, people that we're similar to or relatable to, and I'm sure people do the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If
there's anything else, do let us know what else to talk about on our next podcast. Share anything that's relatable to you guys. Anything you guys, are you like watching it? How do you like feel about it?
Sorry
Who's your
if we spoiled
favorite?
it for you.
Who isn't?
But
and or any other shows that you guys are watching which are good, fun, enjoyable. Write down or your own personal experiences.
Because the last show that we did watch, which also you got addicted to, and you kept bloody talking all the way through it. Remember, people told us about it. We didn't even know about it. It was on number 4, that dating show where you couldn't stop chatting. So let us know, if there's anything that we're missing out on, we don't know about, that we could watch.
And share anything that's relatable or anything that, you know, that all you liked or disliked and your favorite, whatever it might be. Anyway, guys, that was the end of this podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.